everyone, my name is Huan Tran, and for my pop culture philosophy project, I choose the television series Breaking Bad. I chose this show because it explores important philosophical questions about morality, free will, and the effect of power. The series tells the story of Walter White, a high school chemistry teacher who diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Feeling he has failed to provide for his family, Walter decides to use his chemistry skill to produce and sell methamphetamine in order to earn money before he died. At the beginning of the series, he believed that his decision is justified because he wanted to leave a financial security for his wife and children. However, he convinced himself that his goal is good, but even though the way he achieved it is illegal and harmful. This raises an important philosophical question: can a bad action considered acceptable if it's done for a good reason? Some philosophers believe the consequence of action are the most important part of deciding whether it's right or wrong. From this point of view, he may think that breaking the law is acceptable because he's trying to help his family. However, like other philosophers argue that certain actions, such as producing dangerous drugs or harming innocent people, are always morally wrong, no matter what the outcome may be. So as the story continued, Walter changed dramatically. He became more confident, ruthless, and more willing to hurt others in order to protect his business. He created identity of Heisenberg, which represents his desire for power and control. This transformation leads us to another philosophical question. Do difficult circumstances change who we are, or do they reveal our true character? One of the most famous moments in the series is that Walter says he's the one who knocks. So this statement also shows that he's no longer seeing himself as a weak, a powerless person, but instead he's trying to embrace the authority and fear that come with his new identity. His growing pride become one of the main reasons for his decision. Another important philosophical idea is that Breaking Bad is personal responsibility. Walter often blamed for his cancer, his problem, about financial or other people for his action. However, throughout the series, he repeatedly has opportunity to stop making drugs. However, and leave the criminal world. However, still each time he chooses to continue because he enjoyed the money, the respect, and the feeling of being powerful. So, but however, in the end, near the end, Walter finally admit the truth. He tells his wife that he did not continue his criminal life only for his family. He say he did it for him. So the quote, actual quote is that I did it for me. I like it. I was good at it. The confession is really important because it shows like how his choice were driven by his own pride and ambition rather than love alone. From a philosophical perspective, this moment reminds us that people must take responsibility for their choice. While life can present difficult situations, individuals have the freedom to decide how they will respond. Walter's story show that a good intention are not enough to excuse for harmful action. So, to conclude, I think Breaking Bad is much more than a crime drama. It's a story that explores deep philosophical idea about morality, identity, responsibility, and the corrupting influence of power. Walter White transformation from a struggling teacher um, into a fear Heisenberg demonstrate how repeated choice can slowly shape a person's character. This surely leaves a viewer with an important philosophical question. Are people defined by the circumstances they face or by actual decisions that they choose to make when faced those circumstances? So that's it for my pop culture project, and thank you for listening.